Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, we begin with your weather. Let's listen to the weather video from meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Wintry mix makes Monday morning commute slick.
Hi everybody, I'm meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Here's an update on your forecast. We have a messy mix coming through during the overnight hours tonight, and it's highly localized as to what type of wintry mix you see. Most of us will eventually see snow, but it may start out as sleet and rain first. The most snow will fall in the higher terrain, probably in a line from, say, the Monadnock region up into the Sunapee zone, Concord, and then just into the southern part of the Lakes region. Slick, sloppy morning roads, even in southeastern New Hampshire, likely as we do change rain and sleet over to snow finally by the morning commute in southeastern New Hampshire. So here we go, all of this messy mix coming out of southern New England and moving up toward us, already starting to see some light snow and mixing in the southwestern part of the state, and eventually this heavy rain continues to push up into southern New Hampshire. So I think by about 10 o'clock tonight, it's going to pour Manchester, Portsmouth, Nashua, but it is in the form of rain at that time. But then you start to see it is snow in places like Rochester, Concord, out toward Jaffrey and Keene. That's where we get the most snow consistently through the overnight. So that's where we'll have the heaviest snow accumulations, about 2 to 5 inches there from, say, Laconia to Rochester, Concord, down into Jaffrey. Keene, probably a little bit less. You might mix a bit there with some sleet, and that could limit the accumulation. Same thing in Rockingham County. Lesser amounts there because of the mix that will happen. That will limit the amount of snow. Here's 5 a.m. on Monday morning. Maybe you're an early riser and you commute to work early at this time. It looks like most of us, with the exception of far northern reaches of the state, have snow coming down. Those of you in the north, you just have to wait a little while. The snow comes for you actually later in the day. By 7 a.m., central southern areas, this storm system wrapping up. But the damage already done. The roads will probably be a little sloppy at that time. And some more snow showers start to blossom, especially in the North Country. I think by noontime, we start to see the clouds breaking apart, the skies brightening up by the afternoon. But there you go, up in the northern part of the state, the snow getting going up there, and that's when we'll do our accumulating between 1 to 3 inches there. By Tuesday morning, all of the snow should wrap up, but it's going to be cold again by Tuesday. So here's our snowfall forecast. This is tonight through Monday, but again, in the northern reaches of the state, the accumulation happens through Tuesday morning, 1 to 3 inches there, 2 to 5 inches in a line from, say, the Lake Winnipesaukee area through Laconia, Concord, and just to the east of Keene and the higher elevations of the Monadnock region. 1 to 3 for Manchester, Nashua, and toward Portsmouth. Basically nothing right at the immediate coast. This is morning snow tomorrow, at least away from the mountains. We'll actually see some sun in the afternoon. Windy and cold on Tuesday with highs in the 20s. Partly sunny Wednesday and into Thursday. Then on Friday, tracking much warmer temperatures back into the 40s with heavy rain for the first official day of winter. The showers linger early next weekend.
Okay, and there you go on your weather forecast from meteorologist Haley LaPointe. So it's going to be a messy drive tomorrow to work for a lot of people. But take it easy. And there is one closing/delay on the list right now. And we will keep updated if we get any more closings and delays throughout the evening and into tomorrow. After several rescues, Fish and Game warn residents of thin ice. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
miss this week's WMUR holiday specials, brought to you by Dartmouth Hitchcock. Wishing you a happy and healthy holiday season.
The signs are posted at Lake Messabesic in Manchester, warning of the dangers that sit on the water. Thin ice has created some problems for people looking to enjoy the outdoors.
We've been getting reports of people going through the ice.
This was the scene in Hollis yesterday after a man fell through the ice on Flint Pond. Authorities say he was in the water for about 15 minutes before he was rescued. The man was sent to the hospital and was treated for hypothermia, but will be okay. Similar situations have been playing out throughout the southern end of the state.
General rule of thumb is that 4 to 6 inches of bluish black ice is safe for a few well-dispersed people. If it's 8 to 10 inches of solid ice, then it's good for OHRV activity.
And stay out of areas where there's a current or an inlet or outlet. And if you happen to fall through, there are ways you can help yourself.
What you want to do is grab onto the ice. We recommend having ice picks that you can just latch onto the ice with. Lay flat out and kick your feet as hard as you can. And then in doing so, you'll actually be able to get up over the ice.
Ice rescues are not only a dangerous situation for those who find themselves stuck, but they can also cause problems for people looking to help.
What we recommend is that you crawl out to them to safety. That way you can also access them with a large stick, a rope, or anything like that that they can latch onto.
And now some cases have actually involved dogs getting stuck out on the ice. Fish and Game says if your pet does find themselves trapped out there, do not go out after them. They say your best bet is just to call 911 for help. Reporting live here in Auburn, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Community decorations rally around Big Ugly Chair. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
Drive through the center of Newton and you can't miss it.
Nobody wanted the big ugly chair.
The big ugly chair is Melissa Howard's.
Oh, we got some Hanukkah, we got some poinsettias, some garland.
Before it was merry and bright, Howard left it on her front lawn 3 months ago, hoping it'd find a new home.
It just kind of ended up sitting out here, and I forgot about it because of other stuff going on.
Someone had enough and turned to Facebook to vent.
She asked me, please, we're done looking at it. Get rid of the chair, take it to the dump.
The Howards had another idea. A week ago, their stuffed Rudolph onesie took a seat, and then Newton took it from there.
The town went crazy. They just wanted to decorate the chair.
Every night, something new is added, and not just Christmas decorations.
We got the book. Someone was nice and put a Bud Light in there.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah. We got the Red Sox World Series hat going on.
The negative Facebook post brought people together, and Howard says even the woman who complained now finds this funny.
I stay in my kitchen window and I catch people driving by, and some do shake their heads, whatever, but there's more people that just stop and smile and laugh, and that's what I want all of this to be about, just something to laugh, smile, and have fun with.
But don't expect to see the big, ugly chair next year.
The chair will go to the dump. I am not keeping the chair. As much as they all want me to keep the chair, I am not keeping the chair.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Very cool indeed. Salem Boys and Girls Club holds holiday open house. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Don't miss this week's WMUR holiday specials, brought to you by Dartmouth Hitchcock. wishing you a happy and healthy holiday season.
The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Salem was turned into a winter wonderland today. The club welcomed its members, Salem residents, and foster families from New Hampshire for their annual holiday open house. About 1,000 people turned out to enjoy crafts and games, decorate gingerbread men, and they even had a chance to meet with Santa, as you see there. The Boys and Girls Club has teamed up with Canopy Lake Park to put on this event for the past 5 years.
Today is just our way of giving back to everything that the club is about and what Canopy brings to the Greater Salem community.
We get to rent the entire Boys and Girls Club, bring everything we've got down here, and be able to really give back to the community during the holidays.
Canopy Lake and the Boys and Girls Club say they plan to continue this tradition next year. That looked like a lot of fun.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Looks very fun over there. Were you a winner? 2018 saw record-breaking jackpots. Let's listen to the video.
This was the moment we met the largest lottery winner in Iowa history. Loren West strode down this muddy brick road to the pops of confetti. This single mother of 3 girls, her entire world just changed.
As I stand here today, I know the responsibility that I have to do good with this money.
1 week ago, West was moving into her first home and stopped by this Casey's in Redfield to grab some coffee, a slice of pizza, and an Easy Pick Powerball ticket.
First number down is Lucky 13.
2 days later, she checked the winning numbers online, while the physical ticket sat in her sister's truck.
It took me about a minute going back and forth to figure out that I had won. And I said to my sister, get that ticket, get in your truck, and get up here now and drive slow.
Her daughters, Sydney, Skylar, and Danielle, say it's been pure excitement and nerves.
I literally couldn't think of a person that's more deserving of something that's so big and so life-changing for her and for everybody else, but she's the best person to get that.
West has already set up the Callum Foundation to help others with the money while honoring her late premature grandson.
We got to have him for 23 hours. And so to know that someone so little is going to be able to have a legacy with his name helping so many people is awesome.
All right, let's go over here. We'll take the picture.
West says she's playing it smart with her jackpot and planning ahead for her family.
I have been extremely blessed to win this big Powerball. This will forever change my life.
Very cool indeed. And let's take a look at the article. And we'll have to see what 2019 brings for jackpots and lottery tickets. Person suffers life-threatening injuries in Concord fire. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Two-alarm apartment fire is now under investigation. This happened at the Pines of West Concord on Bog Road just before 2:30 this morning. When crews arrived, they found a victim on the 3rd floor of the apartment building. He was flown to a regional burn center with life-threatening injuries. One other person was evaluated for smoke inhalation but refused treatment. The cause of this fire does remain under investigation.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. CBP head didn't tell Congress about 7-year-old girl to avoid politicalized her death. The head of U.S. Customs and Border Protection said he did not disclose the death of a 7-year-old girl at the border during his testimony to Congress because he wasn't sure that the mother had been notified and because he didn't want to risk politicalization the death of a child. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.